Night one of the first ever Rhode Island Legacy Leagues is in the books. We have our analysts for the season here, and one game of the three was noteworthy. The other two got a little out of hand, and my team was in one of the two that got out of hand. But I am Joey Zocco, Commissioner. I want to do some housekeeping stuff before we break down the games for you. But Tyler, Greg, and Mike are here. Didn't mess that up. We're off to a good start on the first post-game show for week one of the fall 17 season. So, stats on the website. We have Snapchat highlights. These lovely gentlemen did those for you while they were happening. We're going to have stats on the website. We said that, though, legacyleagues.com. Interviews on Facebook. Those will be up by the time you're watching this on Thursday morning. And we'll have games next Wednesday. And stay tuned to the site, to our social media at legacy_leagues, and our Snapchat at legacy_Rhode Island. Okay, so that's where you could find everything. TheLegacyLeagues.com is the big one. Let's jump into Big Baller Brand and the Werewolves, two of our 6 teams. 4-point game, I believe. It took some free throws from the Werewolves, who also made some big shots down the stretch, guys. So I'll throw it to one of you. Big Baller Brand was on their way to winning. And it was a three-pointer by Gino Forte, if I'm not mistaken, and then a couple free throws as well that helped them seal the deal. But what stood out from that fourth quarter of our one close game of week one?
I thought definitely like a big, huge difference on defense. Their intensity picked up a lot. They were picking up the pace, and I noticed they were attacking the offensive glass a lot too. I think they finished with about 16 offensive rebounds for the game, which was 8 more than what Big Baller had. So they came on strong.
Nice.
Yeah, and to add to that, Big Baller Brand was up with 2 minutes left, and we stopped the clock because obviously that's the rules, and they were talking about how they were up, so they wanted the clock to run, but ended up losing in their favor as they ended up losing the game with some clutch free throws from Gino Forte, as you mentioned.
I don't even know if it was Big Baller Brand losing, right? Because that is a thing. A team can lose, a team can win, and sometimes just it plays out how it plays out. But I think tonight the Werewolves made plays down the stretch, and they kind of snatched it more than I thought Big Baller Brand lost it, right?
Yeah, definitely. It was a big part of the game was Heston and Forte's 1-2 punch. They were running the break a lot. They were very confident all night. I think they both finished with 31 points too.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah, and after last week, we kind of saw a tune-up game between them and Boom Shakalaka, and we saw that Heston and Forte were really the two guys that were doing a lot of the scoring for them.
We'll get to Boom Shakalaka in a minute. I don't know who they beat. Whatever. The Alliance and Skyhookers, which is my favorite name. I mean, I'm jealous of the Skyhookers name. But they played here, dunk show. One of those teams, the Alliance, I think we're going to have our eye on a lot. I know we talked to them after the game, right, Greg? And they mentioned defense. And I think that was noticeable in the first quarter. They pulled away and never looked back.
Yeah, and especially with the Skyhookers, they were putting up shots, but I mean, there was just great defense from the Alliance, and they had a good rotation, good guys coming off the bench, and just once they got defense going, it's just the easy buckets came on the other side of the court.
Yeah, one thing I noticed too about the Skyhookers, the Alliance rather, was their chemistry. That you could tell that they really play together a lot, and they know when to cut and when to get back on D, and really
definitely.
like watching the weak side for each other and really going at the glass hard. And you could tell based on their size that it pays off for them.
Yeah, they were a very deep team, and they were locked in right from the jump, and that lead just helped them coast early.
Chemistry, we should have asked them that. Darn it, right?
For next
for
week.
sure. Yeah,
Next
we'll save it. I'm sure we'll see it again. Boom Shakalaka and Halfway Crooks. Yeah, you can keep it short. No, we tried to battle 5 guys is tough. We've seen that in this league before. People come to me, and I'll tell you a short story. People come to me before they are signing their team up. They're like, I want to play. Let me go with 6 guys. And I'm like, I commend you, but you're gonna want 8. You're gonna want subs because of how up tempo it is. And we saw that. Boom Shakalaka also had that chemistry. I think that's fair to say. Playing together, knowing each other, and they made shots too, man. But I think that helped them get the win.
2 things I noticed from that game too is in the second half they just seemed to not miss any threes. It's like every time they put up a shot, it's like you knew it was going down. It's just who was the one taking it. And the other thing was fatigue on you guys' part, where you could really tell that 6 guys were starting to catch up to you towards the end. And I think that really sealed the game for them.
Yeah, no, they're good.
Boom Shakalaka, I think it was Boom Shakalaka. They had 2 big guys inside, 10 and 5. I'm not sure exactly their names, but they were controlling the glass like all night, finishing everything down low, dunks, didn't matter. They just couldn't get inside on them.
That's what happens when you're recording live. You don't know names. We'll get them. If you keep up what they did tonight, we'll know your name very soon, that's for sure. I'm going to put you guys on the spot. It's my favorite thing to do. We have word games. Don't worry. We'll get there. But 2 things. Your standout team, we'll just go right down the line. The one team that really stood out to you, and you can copy people, but I'm not a fan of it. Go ahead.
The Alliance, without a doubt. They were 8 deep. Everyone could play. They ran the entire time, and they were locked in on defenses. They were clearly the best team out of the 6 tonight.
Yeah, I'd say Alliance as well. It's kind of clear cut. I mean, they just put up 125, so they won by like almost 60. So.
Okay, so I'm
going to switch it up anyway, and I'm going to go with the Werewolves. I got my guy Matt Borden out there.
All right.
And I think they really play well together, and they don't have like that one superstar. 00, I think Forte and Heston is the other one, number 20. You could tell they both put up over 30 points, and they're really balanced passing the ball back and forth. Really good at like backdoor cuts and getting back on defense and things like that.
Yeah, they're a very versatile team, I feel. They're not. They don't have any like huge big guys, but they're all like lengthy and athletic enough to hang around.
Yeah, for sure. So every team will play everyone at least once. Some teams twice, so that's good. We'll get to see matchups and who plays well against who. I'm going to put you on the spot again and pick wisely. Just remember who's right in your imaginary check. Okay. What team disappointed you most today? Don't say. What team didn't perform? Let's do it this way. Instead of team let you down, that's boring. What team do you think underperformed and will be better next week, week 3, week 4?
Well, does your team has more guys coming, right?
This is one time you can say mine. Yeah. This is a
well, I'd
positive
definitely go with your
question.
team because you guys hung around early, but you could see like you didn't have enough guys to keep up through 4 quarters, and it kind of got away early.
Thank you. Good answer. That's always a good answer.
I'd say Big Baller Brand. I mean, they were up with 2 minutes left in the 4th. I think it's just some shaping up that they need to do in the clutch time and kind of make better plays and not try to force up shots and take their time. But I think they could have got the win today, but instead they'll improve for next week.
Yeah, I agree with him as well. I think they relied too heavily on that one guy who put up 46 points.
Brett?
Yeah, Brett, who put up 46, and I think that towards the end he just kind of started to get a little tired himself, and they didn't have that other guy to go to put him over the edge, and it got out of hand at the very end.
Before we close, Brett is one of those players, maybe why he was so comfortable. He's played in our league before in Connecticut twice of our 4 seasons, has won a championship this past season, so he's comfortable to the rim height. And I think that was noticeable tonight, and he's also very good.
Yeah, I think even by just like his character, it seems like the rest of the team really like looked to him to make the decisions.
And it's tough for one guy,
to beat a well-rounded team like that.
For sure. That'll do it for the Week 1 post-game show. The guys, I'm not going to try your names again now. I know. Tyler, Greg, Mike, I'm Joey. You can follow us Instagram, Snapchat, all the good stuff. Highlights are up. We'll have top plays. Power rankings are coming, so a lot of work. A lot of work to do. But highlights will be also on YouTube, and we'll have those interviews. There were some good ones. I know Boom Shakalaka had some things to say. It was a lot of fun. So you'll want to follow us on Facebook for that. And then we'll be back Wednesday, October 4th. October. Boy.
The weather's not like October.
I know, we need the weather to match the month before we all sweat to death here.
Especially in this gym.
Especially in this gym. But we'll see you with our post-game next Wednesday after all the games here at Wakefield Hills. For the guys, I'm Joey, and stay tuned to thelegacyleagues.com for Week 1 that was just completed tonight.